with many stores already using Ochi's new shoe recommendation engine, I'm going to introduce this new feature to you today. So let's imagine a customer is walking into the store and we want to start by creating a customer account for them. So we select the name first, type in the customer's name, then we select the email if the customer wishes to receive the email, the analysis via email right after, and then you can tick the box for marketing communications if you wish, if the customer wishes to receive this marketing communication. Lastly, very important is the height and the weight of the customer for the AI to properly detect the body and then give a tailored recommendation and gait analysis. Let's put in our height and weight right here, and then we move to the first part of the shoe recommendation engine, which is the shoe recommendation consists of, as I said, 3 questions. How long has the customer been running for? How many times the customer runs per week, as well as the weekly mileage or kilometers that the customer runs. Having selected that, we continue to the second section of the questionnaire, which is the shoe purpose. You can select several. So in my case, I would select the first 2. So then we continue to the injuries and comfort section between these different body segments, or you just select no pain if the runner is completely healthy. Then you have the heel cushioning preference that you can decide with the slider right here. If you want more, it's on the right side and less on the left. We continue to the running gait analysis with the button right here. And we have 4 different selections that we can do for our gait analysis. In today's, we are choosing the full body back view. You can also only do the feet from the back and then the side view over ground, as well as on the treadmill. We're going to do the full body on the treadmill from behind, and I'm going to do this for demonstration purposes. A video of around 6 seconds in this case, up to 10 seconds is enough. You can confirm that the criteria are met. We validate and let the AI detect the different body segments right now. We click on See Gait Analysis to see the full analysis with all the segments. So we can see here the skeleton overlapping the runner. Clicking on Analysis, you can see the total score of 69%, the pelvis drop in the first row here, left and right, as well as the knee adduction or abduction in the center here, center row, and then in the bottom you have the foot pronation or supination, so the left foot and the right foot. Clicking into any of those, you can get a breakdown with the angles right here. So this is telling me whether it's an overpronation or an oversupination, and some exercises on how I can improve. We find the same for the right foot, where you can overlap the position that the runner or the customer currently has versus the ideal position. And then going to shoe recommendation on the top right, we are combining the questionnaire from the beginning with the customer's preferences with the gait analysis with 8 different parameters: the bending stiffness, the heel to toe drop, the shoe rocker, the shoe weight, the carbon plate, the midsole hardness, midsole thickness, and motion control. An overview of the top 3 parameters that might be more important for some retailers, as well as a breakdown on what this analysis is based on. Receive this tailored shoe match, you can then iterate with another analysis to test whether the form is actually improving, or you finish this whole process. And once you have done the recordings on your mobile device, so that can be an iPad, an Android device, or any phone, you can also review the app in our web app. So this is the seamless transition. So this is immediately synchronized to the web app that you can display on a monitor, on a TV, or a laptop that might be, or a computer that might be close by to the treadmill or wherever in the store. And this is also the place that many professionals use already to leverage the data that we gather by accessing our admin panel. And now we're going to transition into this, where you have a good overview that we are going to talk about right now. The admin panel consists of 3 different segments, which is the overview tab, the members management, as well as the organization settings. I'm going to start with the overview, where you have 3 different tabs: the usage, the customers, and the analytics around the customer data. And we're going to start with the usage, where you have an overview about the total analyses that you've been performing over this past depending on the filter that you select here, 3 months, 6 months, all time, 7 days, 30 days, or any custom date you might want to select. So checking the last 6 months, you get the data that you have performed 600 analyses. Out of these, 531 were back view analyses and 68 were side view analyses, and you can especially see the dates when most of these were performed. Moving to the customers tab, you can see all the customers the accounts that were created, broken down by different columns into the email address, whether they have opted into the marketing communications, the date that the customer account was created, and the member of your organization that created this customer account. And finally, you have the analytics tab, where you can see all the customer profiles. This can be broken down into 4 different filter types: the running type, the experience, the runs per week, and the weekly kilometers. If you want to filter for one specific segment, you can toggle or click these little boxes here and select, for example, only people who jog, who run more than 3 years and perform 3 to 5 runs per week, for example, and have a weekly mileage of 10 to 20 kilometers. You will see the match that this was exactly one customer, and you can export the data as well. The larger the segments, obviously, the more interesting it would get. And a little below, you find similar data regarding the pronation statistics. So how many are neutral pronators and how many have, for example, an overpronation or an oversupination. Moving on to the members management, you have the locations right here. So pretty much which stores are active in your organization. You have the name, the email address, their last activity. And if you are ready to boost your in-store experience and shoe conversion to gain a competitive edge, please reach out and book a demo with our team.